My name is Robert Gallo. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist. I take care of females and deliver babies. When I started in the late 70s and early 80s, technology at that point in time was not even a cell phone. It was basically paper and pencil, and if you were more sophisticated, you used a typewriter. That was the extent of technology at that point in time. And over the years, we've seen medicine evolve to a point where it's totally the opposite now. You really are using much of the technology to your advantage. I believe that technology is very important in what I do. It certainly makes me more efficient. Here I can identify my patient's problems. I can follow through on what we've done to make her better. And I can basically see these things a lot easier than I could before. In MacPractice, software is very important. I'm a solo practitioner. I don't have a lot of time to spend kind of with the nuts and bolts or, under the hood of the product that I'm using. So I'd like a product that basically runs itself, that gives me very, very little trouble, but that has still the power to provide all of the tools that I need to run my practice efficiently. It's almost too painful for me to think about how we did things back in 1992. We used a product that constantly was buggy, that we used to have to call to have people come to the office to rescue us and bail us out, that was actually slowing us down and interfering with our production here in the office. Changing to the Mac gave us the ability to have a product that was reliable, that used software that was affordable, and that gave us the ability to be much more efficient than we were prior to that. Some of my patients think that we're a little bit above or ahead of the curve. They like the iPad. My patients check out using an iPad. My patients are also beginning now to check in using an iPad. They consider that as a sign that we're not only evolved, but we're kind of ahead of the curve. MacPractice has embraced mobile technology. I have the ability to access my patient's entire medical record from my home, from a restaurant, using an iPad or an iPhone, and retrieve the information that I might need at a location other than my office, and easily. And it's made me much more efficient as a physician. We've worked with MacPractice very efficiently in this office to make us more productive and also to enable us to become compliant to the federal guidelines, and will be compliant for the 2014 federal guidelines. We've done that with the assistance of MacPractice. They're there for us. They have a product that not only will help us become compliant, but enables us to do that in a simple and easy to understand fashion. The product that I'm using, MacPractice, enabled me to be totally flexible and pretty much write templates that mirrored my workflow on paper. Now, these templates also enabled me to become more compliant to some of the federal guidelines and enabled me to qualify for subsidies in the past 3 years. Switching to Mac gave me the ability not only to have less problems, but when problems developed, to have problems that I could have solved on my own. And our IT infrastructure cost went from a huge amount of money to a much more reasonable amount. It was several $1,000s a year before, and it was reduced to, almost nothing after switching to the Mac. It's dynamic. It changes. When Apple introduces a new operating system, it takes advantage of the operating system. When Apple introduces a new piece of hardware, MacPractice will take full advantage of that new hardware. It's not a process that stays the same. It'll evolve according to the changes that we suggest. Some of the suggestions that we have made will actually be seen in future iterations of the program. My staff adores the Mac. Most of them have Macs at home and are very familiar with how the Mac works. As far as how the software works, the software is an extension of that. We have a product that enables us to be much more efficient, again, with a minimal amount of learning curve and with a minimal amount of problems.